Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Prenton Preview.
One this time. McCallum! Yeah! 1-0 for Tranmere! Oh my word! Barlow! They've got a ball! Connor Jennings, James Norwood! James Norwood has scored it! Reese with the cross, the header, it's in! It's Connor Jennings!
Coming up on today's episode, we take a look back at some previous goals from our meetings against Leyton Orient. We've got a Q&A with Sam Foley, we go inside the campus, and we get the pre-match thoughts of Peter Clark and Mickey Mellon. First up on today's episode, we rewind back the clock and take a look at some of our most memorable goals against Leyton Orient from over the years.
Fresh from their biggest win of the campaign, Tranmere wasted no time in destroying Leyton Orient's playoff prospects. Just 8 minutes gone when Aaron Cresswell set his sights. That thunderbolt a shattering blow for Russell Slade's team, who'd entered the match 3 points adrift of the top six. They went to the break further behind, squandering possession and punished by another fine finish. Adam McGurk that time, who also netted Rovers' 7th goal in 6 days early in the second half to end Orient's promotion dream for good. Even so, it's been a fine season for the O's.
Hughes, quick feet by him, makes some space. That's a lovely ball in, looking for James Norwood, who's onside. Opportunity for James Norwood. Keeper saved. Can Cook make it one apiece? Yes, he can! Norwood's first shot was saved, but this time Andy Cook makes no mistake at all. Following up, strokes the ball into the corner of the net, and Tranmere only behind for 3 minutes. It's Tranmere Rovers 1, Leyton Orient 1.
He wasn't watching the game.
Tranmere throw. It was Motley Henry, turns away. Well from his defender, gets inside the penalty area. Motley Henry drills the ball in and headed in by James Norwood from point blank range. Terrific play by Dylan Motley Henry with the cross in. Might have taken a little deflection, but James Norwood, standing inside the 6-yard box, heads the ball into the back of the net. and James Norwood puts Tranmere deservedly ahead of this one. We've had 26 minutes second half, and it's Tranmere 2, Leyton Orient 1.
Okay, put my hand up and I'll admit to it. It's a little bit, there's a big good piece of fortune, but I'll take it. I think we deserve it, I really do, and James Norwood deserves his goal. Fabulous bit of determined play there by Motley Henry. You know, he's burst to the line, he's got the shot, he's got the cross away, he's taking a deflection. You've still got to be there, you've still got to be in a position to take advantage.
Next up on today's episode, Sam Foley answers the questions that you sent in from social media.
Sam, thanks for sitting down answering the fans' questions with us today. First one's from Tranmere Rovers Academy. They ask, if you could give one piece of advice to the players in the academy, what would it be?
Enjoy it, probably. That's something I was told when I was young, and I think that's the main thing. I've kind of carried that on from being younger to being older, is I always enjoy it.
Elliot asks, what's your favourite game been so far for Tranmere?
Was that Elliot Nevitt?
No.
Yeah, no. Favourite game? Probably a Friday night game under the lights, Prenton Park. The atmosphere was brilliant. It was, probably that one, yeah.
Dan asks, tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Another Dan asks, who is the biggest joker in the squad?
Biggest joker in the squad? I don't know, there's a few clowns in there. I'd probably say Knight Percival's probably the driest joker of them all, so I'd probably just say him, yeah.
Matt asks, would you rather fight a chicken every time you got in the car or an orangutan with a sword once a year?
Who's got the sword, the orangutan or me?
I'm assuming it doesn't really specify.
I mean, if I've got the sword, then I'm taking on all comers every day.
Let's say the orangutans got the sword then.
Oh, a chicken. No, don't.
Every time you got in the car?
Oh, yeah, don't mess with orangutan with a sword.
Coming into training covered in feathers?
Just orangutans with swords is just a no for me.
Fair enough. Hayden asks, best footballing advice and life advice you've been given?
Again, probably to enjoy it. Make sure you enjoy it. No regrets.
Ian asks, and we're getting a bit dark here, but would you rather live in an ascendancy of civilization or during civilization's decline?
I mean, what is the definition of civilization in decline? I suppose depends how you look at it. If one's in decline, then another one will be coming up. It's ship of thesis sort of stuff, that really, isn't it? I'd probably say the ascendancy.
Fair enough.
Taking glory.
And then even more serious, Ben asks, what's your favourite type of bread?
Loaf.
Just a loaf, just white?
No, not white, no.
What?
Maybe seeded, yeah.
Yeah, healthy.
Yeah, healthy, yeah.
Matty asks, what's your favourite cereal?
Don't really do cereal.
Do you have a morning toast, is it?
Yeah, just try not to eat. You know, when you get a bit older, the weight gets put on. Too much sugar in cereal. Weetabix, safety. Yeah, Weetabix.
Matt asks, if the keeper went down injured and there wasn't an option on the bench, how well do you think he'd play in goal?
I think I'd do all right. I think I'd probably do well. I watch them train and they don't really do much. So yeah, I'd probably back myself to do all right. Yeah.
Well, earlier in the season when we didn't have a keeper on the bench, the gaffer did say that you was the backup, so we was relying on you in that point.
Enough said.
TRFC Page asks, what's your favourite type of Haribos?
Favourite type of Haribos?
He's give the examples of Star Mix, Tangfastics or giant strawberries.
Do you know what? I'm going to say Star Mix, because you know the little flying saucers. I only recently found out they're not fried eggs, so I feel like they've got a new lease of life for me.
I think that could be news to a lot of people, actually.
Yeah.
Daniel asks, who's your best mate in the squad?
They're all my best mates at the minute. I don't know them well enough to claim one of them to be my best mates.
Callum asks, what's your favourite type of biscuit? Again, if you eat them, I don't know.
I mean, I'm a sucker for a biscuit. I try not to eat them. Again, when you get a bit older, you put weight on. Do you know what? I had dark chocolate hobnobs on the bus a couple of weeks ago, and Dorsey took them off my table, took them onto the staff's table without asking. He asked if he could have one, and I was like, yeah, help yourself. And then he walked back and took the whole thing. So
for the best, I assume.
He doesn't know they came from me. I'm gutted. Gaffer would have known.
He does now.
I might put some on his table, maybe.
He does now. Hayden again asks, what's something most people might not know about you?
I like dark chocolate hobnobs.
Yeah, they know that now. Deceased Bunny asks, festive-based question, who's your favourite reindeer?
I mean, Comet. I think it's a cool name. Seems like he's got a really good personality.
Rudolph a bit too mainstream.
Well, Rudolph, I'm confused. I probably need to do a bit of research. But did Rudolph went at the front because he had a bright nose? But in some of the films, he's like the younger one, isn't he? He's left behind. So I don't know. But yeah, Comet. It's just a cool name, isn't it?
And then final one, Dan asks, who was your football hero growing up, and what team did you support growing up?
My football hero was probably Roy Keane. Like, he was all action, go for it, don't hold anything back, and it was probably more because my family's all Irish that he was doing that for Ireland. So, and I kind of liked Man United a little bit when I was younger, but I like all football now.
Right, fair enough. Did you like his punditry as well? I think everyone enjoys watching that.
Yeah, I think he's honest, yeah.
Some funny answers there by Sam, and thank you for everybody who sent in a question. Now we'll go inside the campus to see how the rest of the lads are preparing for Saturday. And finally on today's episode, we get the pre-match thoughts of Mickey Mellon and Peter Clark.
Show why the FA Cup is the best domestic cup competition in the world for you.
100%. You know, from a personal point of view, as a kid growing up, FA Cup final day, the build-up was on from about 11:30 or something like that in the morning. So you'd be out playing footy in the yard or on the pitches. You'd be out playing football, dreaming. The game that was played that morning, it was always the FA Cup final. So to me, it's the best cup competition in the world without a shadow of a doubt. It pits the elite right at the top of the tree. You're talking now your Liverpool, City, Chelsea, against teams even further down the pyramid than ourselves. And to have played in the FA Cup competition, to have had some really fond memories, is fantastic. You know, coming back at Vicarage Road, beating them in the replay at Prenton Park, fantastic times. You know, so from a playing perspective, we'd love to recreate some more of those times, create new memories, new history, and Saturday's an opportunity for us to maybe get a little bit closer to that.
The Cup up next, Mickey. Your great memories for Rovers fans of all generations. How great would it be to create more memories by getting to the third round again?
Well, that's my responsibility to the Tranmere fans, is to try and get them in front of the TV when that draw's happening. Try and get a big club for the finances and for the players to be able to go out there and play against Premier League players, Championship players. Try and get as far as we can. So that's the prize. It's there. We know we've got another terrific game this weekend at Leyton Orient. It's a brilliant game. Really looking forward to it. So we'll get down to London tomorrow and get prepared for that. But we know the responsibility that we want to create memories and create good seasons for fans to think that it's worthwhile to come and watch us. So Saturday is another opportunity to try and do that.
I think I'm right in saying in 2001 you arrived back after the Everton and Southampton games, before the Liverpool quarter-final. How even back then, how much of a buzz was there around the club, around the FA Cup?
Well, it was huge, and obviously we got Liverpool as well. The stadium's full and it's Merseyside, and we had a big game against Liverpool. But it's huge. It gives so many opportunities for the football club to want to fill the stadium and make some money, and two, for the players to get out there and play against Premier League players on TV and all the rest of it. So the prize is massive. It's a great opportunity for you to have a something to remember in your career, and also for the fans to enjoy as well.
In some ways, does the Watford game seem like a bit of a lifetime ago? I couldn't quite believe it's less than 2 years, really. But where does that rank in your experiences with the club?
Well, it was a terrific moment for us. It was great that we were able to turn around a 3-0 deficit at half-time, make it 3-each, and then to come back to Prenton Park and go through and then get Manchester United. That's what dreams are made of, isn't it? But that's the opportunities that the FA Cup presents, and that's why you've got to take it so seriously and try and make sure that you give yourself the best opportunity of making it your year again to try and achieve something like that.
Is that what makes it so unique, this competition?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's such a fantastic tournament to be involved in. It's what we all grew up watching as kids, so it gives you an opportunity to take part in that. What you've got to make sure that you do now is make a right good fist of making some history in it.
That's all we've got time for on this week's episode of the Prenton Preview, but thank you for watching, and have a safe journey to Leyton Orient on Saturday if you're travelling.
One this time. McCarrick! Yeah! 1-0 for Tranmere! Oh my word! Barlow! They've got a ball!
Colin Jennings, James Norwood! James Norwood has scored it! Reece with the cross,